What's up, y'all? My name is Prince and I'm an urban acolyte. This is my vlog and I'm still not really sure what I'm trying to do over here, but one of the things that I did set out to do was to document my journey as a martial artist. That is actually how the whole urban acolyte thing started, and then Star Wars took it over. But I am gonna do at least 10 videos on martial arts. I'm gonna use this as a place to participate in the 10-day martial arts challenge. I got tagged in this on Facebook by one of my Elite Chin brothers. Found another golf ball. I said another for y'all, that's the first one, but I'm holding two. So in this 10-day martial arts challenge, every day you're supposed to select an image from a day in the life of martial arts that has had an impact on you, and then post it. And when you post it on Facebook, you're not supposed to give an explanation, but I do video and I vlog, and YouTube is one of the places I document kind of my journey. So I decided, hey, why don't I do like a 10 video series, the 10 things that inspired me to study martial arts or whatever. So basically I'm like doing the same thing except giving you guys the explanation for my image. And for this first video, I've chosen Bill Superfoot Wallace. Now I have never studied with Bill Superfoot Wallace. I didn't know anything about Bill Superfoot Wallace until about 2 years ago, when I started listening to Jeremy on the Whistle Kick Radio podcast. Jeremy is a huge Bill Superfoot Wallace fan. He has trained with him at different workshops and seminars and been inspired by him. And it was through that Whistle Kick Radio podcast and Jeremy talking with another guy who was a big Superfoot Wallace fan and student that I realized the impact that Bill Superfoot Wallace has had on me. So how did he impact me? Well, in looking into his background, I learned that Bill Superfoot Wallace was my mother's karate teacher when she was in college at the University of Memphis before she had me. Bill Superfoot Wallace, he was big in the karate scene in the 60s and the 70s. He participated in full combat karate tournaments all the way until 1993, I believe. He did an exhibition match with the late Joe Louis, who was the kind of the grandfather of American full contact kickboxing. Bill Superfoot Wallace was right up there with him. He did full combat karate matches, and the difference between that and point sparring, like Bruce Lee kind of mocked, was initially in point sparring they wouldn't even make contact. They would just be like, oh, this is where you would have hit them, this is what would have happened, right? And that became more contact focused. But with full combat karate, what I learned, full contact karate, what I learned was it was exactly like American kickboxing, except kicks to the lower legs were not allowed. But other than that, you know, you could get knocked out doing that, just like with the American kickboxing. And of course, all of this eventually gave way to MMA, right? Bill Superfoot Wallace was one of the first I think he was a commentator at one of the first UFC events, right? So this dude has been big on in the full contact fighting scene and the birth of mixed martial arts in America and throughout the world. Now, like I said, he was my mother's karate teacher when she was at the University of Memphis. What I learned is that after he graduated from Ball State, I'm like really picking up golf balls out here. I really got to stop picking up golf balls. After he graduated from Ball State in Kentucky, which is actually just up the road from here in Nashville, he went to the University of Memphis. He got his master's in physical therapy and kinesiology. And then he stayed down there at Memphis State. That's what it was back then, Memphis State. And he taught karate classes, weightlifting. I think he taught judo I'm not sure. He competed in judo when he was younger, but he had a knee injury, and that's actually what played a part in him getting that nickname, Superfoot Wallace. Is he injured his right knee. He did wrestling and judo. He injured his right knee when he was young, and when he got into to karate, which he took up when he was in the Air Force, he used that injured right leg as his base, and that left leg became a weapon, right? It had a lot of speed. That was what he was known for, was a hook kick and a roundhouse kick, excuse me, with that left leg. And that's how he earned the name Superfoot. It was like you didn't see it coming, and the next thing you know, you were getting kicked upside the head. You were getting some sweet chin music with that left Superfoot, right? Now, my mom had told me that she studied karate when she was, before she had me, but she never told me her teacher's name. All she said was that he was friends with Chuck Norris, and then he'd been in some movies. And before I got ready to film this, I went and I finally looked it up. He did do a movie with Chuck Norris, but more interestingly, he did a movie with Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan attempted to break into the American market in the early 80s. He did 2 movies. They both kind of flopped. And Jackie Chan went back to Hong Kong and was like, yeah, I'm sticking with the Hong Kong market. And Police Story was a response to the movie that he did that Superfoot Wallace was in. So that was interesting. That he's done some movies. Of course, like I said, he's got this big fight record. He's one of the grandfathers of mixed martial arts in America, something I never knew. I wish I could meet him. I'm a kung fu guy. I don't have a big interest in karate, but it would be cool to meet him. And if not, and if maybe he sees this video or a student of his sees this video, I'd just like to say thank you, Master Wallace, for taking the time to develop your skill to becoming a teacher and teaching people. Because if you hadn't, then my mom wouldn't have learned under you. She wouldn't have had the opportunity to learn, and it wouldn't have sparked my interest. Here I am on the, I may be moving to Asia soon to fully pursue my martial arts dream, and the philosophies and concepts and principles of my art are slowly beginning to shape my life and to change the course of my life, right? That's this, like my cousin has been, he's been kind of encouraging me. He's like, dude, you're getting ready to go live your dream. And so, this mixed feeling you have, it's a little bit of anxiety. You're jumping into the unknown, but hey, man, you're getting ready to live your dream. And it's funny, people that you never knew, that you never knew and never really met, and they have no idea who you are. That's what like legacy is about, right? Is that their legacy can impact somebody else who will never meet them, never know any, but just the fact that they touched somebody that inspired somebody else, that inspired somebody else. I don't know what I might do. Like sometimes I joke and I say, yeah, one day I might become a Buddha or something. Who knows? Maybe that could happen. I could find my own personal enlightenment, and it would be because this dude who took up martial arts in the military, just like I did. I took up kung fu in the Navy, taught a bunch of people, and one of his students passed that a little bits and pieces and planted those seeds in me, and here I am. So we'll see. Anyway, that's day 1, video 1 in my 10 days of 10 days of martial arts inspiration, 10 days of inspiring moments in martial arts. I don't know what I'm gonna call this series. Maybe I should just call it what it was called on the little Facebook challenge, my 10-day martial arts challenge. So that's day 1. Check back for the next video, and I look forward to talking to you guys then. So thanks for watching. Y'all keep on breathing, and may the force of others be with you always.